Hi class. If I were living in India in 1947, I think I would have supported the partition. I believe that it would be appropriate to take the side of the Muslims because we are studying Pakistan and they are mostly Muslim. And from that point of view, I think given the growing anger and animosity between the Muslims and the Hindus, I think it would have been in the Muslims' best interest if the partition had been done appropriately and effectively. It would have been a blessing to them. So I think going into it, I would have supported it because of the promise of peace and the hope of better times, and hoping that it would alleviate some of the challenges and difficulties that they were facing during that time. I do not agree with where the lines were drawn. I believe that it was done hastily. It said that they took 6 weeks to do that, and there's no way that that was done effectively in such a short amount of time. It says that in the reading that they never set foot in India, that the man who drew the line had never set foot in India before July 8, 1947. So he had no idea of the ramifications of the decisions that he was making. He did little investigation of the impact on the people and how those lines would affect them. Let's see, it says, not once did he visit the border regions. This is from the reading that we did this week, that would be so deeply affected by the lines he drew. Consequently, the new boundary between Pakistan and India zigzagged precariously across agricultural land, cut off communities from their sacred pilgrimage sites, which as religious people we can recognize that that would be really difficult for them. He paid no heed to railway lines or the integrity of forests, divorced industrial plants from the agricultural hinterlands where raw materials were grown. So those are all great reasons why the lines were, to back up my opinion that the lines were not drawn effectively. Additionally, Kashmir was left to make up their own decision. I believe that that is evidence that the job was never quite finished. And because Kashmir was left to make their own decision, it resulted in wars and contentions. People were killed because of it. And additionally, Jinnah and Pakistani leaders were not consulted during the process. So those are all great reasons why the lines that were drawn were not done effectively or completely, why I disagree with them. How has the partition of India been successful up to this point? And discuss the challenges. So Pakistan was not supported during the process. They were left to their own devices and they had no military backing, so that was terrible. There were lots of killings. There are estranged family members who are cut off from relatives on the other side of the border, and the entire partition was not comprehensive. Muslims were left in India, and as I said, Kashmir was not really addressed correctly. Those are my opinions. Thank you.